Well, it only took a year, but Yvette Felarca finally was arrested yesterday, the 18th, for the crime she committed last June at the Sacramento riots. Scroll down and click on the links for a very detailed account in a video I made about this last year, called Regressive Left Terrorism versus Civil Rights, the Sacramento Riots. Check that out for all the details, but long story short, Yvette Felarca is one of the leaders of BAMN closely associated with Antifa. She can be seen in many riots in California and elsewhere, engaging in violence, calling on others to engage in violence, which is not protected speech. On your screen you can see her arrest sheet. Apparently, it took authorities this long to get around with finally getting to the end of their list, and for some reason, Yvette Felarca was the last person on their list, according to reports from, say, for example, the San Fran Gate. Because as it says, after Yvette Felarca was arrested, quote, prosecutors said there are no more outstanding warrants from last year's clash, although the California Highway Patrol sought charges against 101 participants after an 8-month investigation. The district attorney's office said many counter-protesters were masked, making it difficult to bring charges, including against those involved in several stabbings and an assault on a Sacramento television station's news crew, unquote. Okay, fine. Yvette Felarca was not masked. She stood there being filmed by multiple news crews. She gave her name. She spelled her name. Everybody involved in this knows who she is. She's loud, she's proud, she's been breaking the law for a very long time. She's still allowed to teach school children at a middle school, Martin Luther King Jr. Middle School. Ironically, Martin Luther King Jr.'s method was exactly opposite of that of Malcolm X, from which they get their name by any means necessary. As this article states, quote, the Sacramento County District Attorney's Office said Wednesday, July 19, 2017, that Felarca was arrested Tuesday on charges of assault and inciting and participating in a riot stemming from a brawl during a protest at the state capitol last year. Yvette Felarca is the name used by a leader of the group by any means necessary, but public records show her given name to be Yvonne Capistrano Felarca, unquote. Yeah, I don't know if she's actually going to be found guilty. I don't know if she's going to be going away. In my videos, you can clearly see her engaging in violence. You can clearly see her calling for violence, which again is actually not protected speech. Now, I think it should be actually, but it isn't considered protected speech under the Constitution. She can be seen in my videos leading the charge, leading young people into violence, getting some of them stabbed, by the way. By the way, folks, I put links in the description below for a lot of articles pertaining to this arrest. Scroll down, check them out. I'm going to let Yvette Felarca have the last word because I'm sure she's going to say something that's totally rational, sane, and for social justice.
We need to make sure that we have more mass protests, more militant protests that are mass and militant. More militant protests.
Mass militant, mass militant, militant, mass militant. Mass militant.